Hi everyone, welcome from Acumen Accounting. We are getting very basic questions for so many people, how they can prepare themselves for the annual account. So that video is only for the limited company and not for the sole trader or self-employed. So if you are a limited company, nowadays most transactions are going through the bank. And if you are not doing your bookkeeping yourself, I strongly recommend just hire a bookkeeper or an accountant. They can provide you that services, and they can also prepare your year-end accounts. But as a director or the entrepreneur, you need to start taking the ownership on how you can prepare for your year-ends or the annual accounts. So account preparation is basically includes from all your invoices, all your receipts, which you have in the last 12 months, because when you're sitting at the end of the year, you probably be just kind of maybe like a headless chicken. You don't know where to start. So in that case, the starting point is your bank statement. See how much money you have received, and you have all the invoices against that payments you have received, and the payments you have made. Make sure you have all the invoices for that, for the purchase invoices. So if you don't have, you can go back to the supplier and always request them to give you a copy of the invoices, and that's not sometimes hard. They normally send you within the same day, or they can send you the next day. If you have any cash expenses, if you don't have the receipts, you will not be able to claim these expenses in your annual account. So as an accountant, I strongly recommend make sure you have the cash receipts when you make the payments for any expense you have done, because if you don't have the backup or the invoice or the receipts for the expense you have done, it means you don't have any proof or any evidence to justify that qualify as an expense. Some people do it, what they do is, for example, they haven't any privately going on holidays, they try to stick that through the business expenses. This is not allowable expense for your annual accounts. This will go and this will be treated as you took a dividend from the company, or we can put into the director loan that basically you owe that money to your limited company. It might sound a bit complicated, but your accountants will look after that and the treatment of that. Then, of course, they will advise you when they sit down with you and review the annual accounts and tell you, look, you shouldn't be doing this, and that's not viable to do. This is no more tax efficient way to doing the thing. So any expenses you're doing, make sure it's the business expense and you have all the evidence for all these expenses. Going on holidays, booking through and paying from your bank, from your business bank is not allowable because that's a personal expense. But if you're going for a meeting, meeting a clients abroad, or if it's a business trip, of course, that's in a business expense. You need to make sure you have details of where you're going. Of course, you're going to have the tickets available, where you're going, plus who you're meeting and what that purpose of that meeting and what is bringing to your business. So if you have answered to all these questions, you can put through these expenses as a business expense. And these are all allowable, because so many people go travel abroad for business purposes. Some people have some properties overseas. They go and look after all these properties to make sure, the business is running smooth. And if you kind of meeting and going to the agents who are managing agents who are managing your properties, of course, these are all your business expense. So these are all the preparation, because every single company and every single business is different. I can't just go on one video regarding every single business, but I'm just giving you general information about the preparation of the annual accounts. So when you're preparing your accounts, make sure you have the invoices and the receipts. This is the key point. And always focus on your bank, because nowadays there's very less businesses who are cash rich, because everywhere we have a card payments, touch system is introduced. So the cash payment has reduced significantly. I have noticed in last few years, I've noticed it's gone down at least by 70%. So people are using cards and going through the banks and making payments. Checks, some people are still using. The problem with the checks is when you make somebody a payment through the check, It only comes at a reference number of the check. It doesn't tell you what it is and what expense it relates to. So make sure when you're writing a check, the small stub, just write down the details, what that relates to, so your accountants can allocate properly into the annual accounts. So if you have any questions regarding annual accounts or the problems you are facing, you can leave a comment at the bottom of this video. So one of our team member will reply you, or you can send us a private message, and we can definitely, make sure you get the reply within 24 hours. Apart from that, if you want to book an appointment, you can just simply go to our website, acumenaccounting.co.uk, and one of our team member will answer your question. We don't charge talking to people, so feel free to get in touch. Just go to our website and book an appointment. It's up to 60 minutes. It's a free appointment, so you don't have to pay anything for these appointments. Preparation of accounts is very important, so don't forget, bank statement is your starting point, and make sure you have all the receipts. Again, thank you for listening us. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye for now.